It were a while ago in a place called Codner. I don't know if you know it, it's between Ripley and Ayr. No. Before First World War, Great War they called it, but what was great about it, I don't know. I don't know, there's a pub on Codner Marketplace, could be Clock, it don't really matter. And you know, it's a Friday tea time. Friday's payday for local colliers, so where do local pit owners pay them? In pub. Who owns pub? Surprise, surprise, him as owns pit. And you know, tap rooms full of colliers, all still in the pit muck, it's busy and it's noisy. Now this night, there's a game on, a gambling game. No unusual about that on a pay night. Nobody's taking much notice, till word comes through tap room.
Oi, Hackett's gone and bet his ass!
Stunned miners stand there for a second, and then, pints in hand, they all pile into snug. Hackett sat there, with his back against fire, and opposite him, a stranger. Now they all know Hackett. He's a winder, a good bloke, engineer. They put the trust in him every day. He winds them down shaft, and then he brings them back up again when shift's finished, safe and sound. But as taproom lads spill into snug, they've missed stranger's bet. Everybody wants to know what Hackett's up against, but not a word. Snug's packed with silence. This is the biggest game ever known in Derbyshire. Betting a house and home. Against what? Nobody knows. Anyway, two opponents nod to each other and somebody calls landlord.
Landlord?
I should say now, this isn't poker, it's not blackjack, it's not any posh game like that. This is Dominoes. Well, landlord makes the shuffle and each man picks out his hand. But who drops first? Highest number wins. We only a nod, they turn the dominoes over. Hackett's got a 6 and a 1. Stranger's got a 5 and a 4. 9 beats 7, so Stranger gets to drop first, an early advantage. Eyebrows move in room, and small intakes of breath suck fire at a crackling grate. Game's on. Stranger drops. Hackett counters, and on it goes till Stranger knocks. Snug brims with tension. They all stare. It's Hackett's move. Without breaking his gaze, Hackett knocks. Stranger turns over a 2 and a 1. Hackett turns over a double blank. Well, Snug very rubs. Stranger don't argue. He just stands up, shakes Hackett's hand, pushes his hat back on his head, and says,
"There's a set of gallopers out there. There's an engine, a couple of stalls, there's a living van, and they'll be wanting this."
He scribbles on a bit of paper.
"Riddings weekend, next weekend."
And then he's gone. Well, lads watch Stranger go quietly, and then lid comes off, and everybody's wanting to buy Hackett a pint. Well, he certainly knows all about steam engines, so he puts his house up for sale, and he sets off for Riddings. Hackett, the showman.